So guys, I want to individually ask you, what were your fears coming to this course?
I don't know if I was really.
Mine was, I was not sure what to expect. Well, I was overwhelmed by reading what Excelsior has put over there. And I wasn't sure whether this would be tweaked to help me understand that better. And that was my biggest fear. What is it that I'm going to get out of this class? Is it worth my time? Is it worth the money that I invested in it? Yeah, those were basically my fears.
How are you feeling now
I
after
feel
the fears?
great. I feel that I have a better perspective of what is in there now. It was all like a notion to me. All the information was out there, and I did not know how to organize it. Right now,
Right, yeah.
Right now,
like,
yes.
do you have the stuff you need?
Right now, I have everything that I need to make me an RN.
And would you recommend this program?
Oh gosh, yes.
You recommend going through the
Yes.
PLSI coastal program
Yes, yes,
to get
yes.
your RN?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so tell me, Miss Tina Legs. What were your fears? How you
I don't
feeling now?
Right.
And then
Right. I don't know necessarily
have the
that I
tools.
was scared. I kind of agree with Mary that I felt like going through the study guide, I felt like it was all jumbled up.
Mhm.
And now I feel like I feel like now it's a little bit more organized I feel like no understanding of the study guide. Like I couldn't really piece it all together. Now I
Even
feel
though
like
you read it twice.
even though I read it twice, it was still a lot of unclear answers, a lot of unanswered questions, and now I feel like I know what is more, like what I wrote, what is more required of the CPNE and what to expect, especially with the paperwork.
And do you know where to find the information? Like where in all that paperwork
Yes.
you would be able to find information to a care plan?
Yes.
Write a rationale
Yes.
statement.
Right. Care plans was a big thing for me, and I do feel a lot more comfortable. Not that I don't need more practice, but I do feel more comfortable, and it's just gonna take, practice. We took, lots of notes. A lot of my questions were answered about care plans. Yeah, definitely would recommend.
And will you use my phone number to call me?
Yes, I
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Yes, it's right up there. We will call Veronica. Yeah, Veronica's not going to leave you. She is available to you. Just call her or text her, and she will return your text or call. She will.
Maybe it'll be 4 a.m., but you'll see when you wake up in the morning.
Yes, that's right. Yes, exactly.
But
I definitely.
Susan, tell me about your experience.
Well, I really had very little clue what I was in for before I came here. I also went to the Excelsior site, and it was all confusing, and I just said, I'll just find a class and they'll tell me what I need to know. And it just worked out that I was able to come. Now I feel much more confident about my big weakness was care plans, because I'd never done anything with care plans. And now I feel like I can formulate one.
And will you recommend any of your friends or co-workers?
Yes, and I have.
You have, good.
Yes.
And to do the program and do their workshop,
Yes.
with DLSI, Coastal, come and get personal with Veronica.
Yes.
Yes.
It's my goal now, now after this class, I feel more confident. I think I'm going to take 2 or 3 months off and study real hard and take my test.
Beautiful, beautiful. Frank, come on.
Well,
Give us a nice perspective, and then we're going to go to Ed.
just as when I came into distance learning, the thought of becoming an RN as an older learner was overwhelming. But just like the rest of the program, I would take the class, gave me direction and information, and I could study on my own, in my own time frame, and then when I was ready for the test, I could test. Coming to this class just seemed like the culmination of it, because now I have to get personal and be there. With the flexibility, I could do that. Say, okay, I'm going to take the class in May. Prepare for it by reading through Excelsior's guide and try and manage my way and organize that. But coming here just gives me, like they were saying, it was like an ocean of information with no direction. Now coming through the class, it feels more like it's a river. I have a direction, and I just have to bring it all together.
And you have all the tools?
And I have all the tools now, and the organization of my thoughts and where I have to go.
And would you recommend anyone else that's thinking about doing a transition with
Yes.
us at USI? And
Without
do the
question.
workshop?
And I do talk with my fireman friends. And
We
there's
actually
people I
talked about that
know.
earlier, like, hey, I
Yes.
have a coworker.
People I work with in my new job at the hospital. I've gotten to know a few actually that are studying as older learners.
So what do you have to say, Ed, about the program, about your fears, and about where you're coming from the beginning, and this is
I've been here.
the last baton.
Yeah.
This is your last
I
baton.
like it, the last baton.
Yeah.
It really is, because I've when I saw you last week, what we looked in my paperwork, and when did I first take my first class here?
I think it was 2011.
Wow.
So I've
Wow.
been here too long, but through no one's fault by my own.
No, maybe 2013. Long time.
Still long.
Yeah.
What
You did it though.
what should have been like, a year and a half program for me has turned into many, many years. Through nobody's fault besides my own. Not this program, not Excelsior, not CEI, nobody. Except my own. But just
Life.
Just life.
Life
happens.
happens.
Right,
Yeah.
you go in this direction, and sometimes this was put on the back burner, but
Part of the beauty of this program, that you can take a
Flexibility.
break,
It's your-
flexibility.
I mean, you realize you don't
Sure.
have that in the traditional, like,
No,
if
in
you,
the
if
traditional
you don't
other
do well in a
school.
class, or if you wanna take a term off, it's like you're out of the program, I mean,
Right.
that's
Or if
it.
you can't go to
Start
class
over.
for a
You start
while,
over.
they drop you,
Yeah.
and then you get an F as a credit.
Yeah, and then
And
your
then
kid's out of
and then that
program.
follows you for the rest of your life. That F on that transcript follows you everywhere, or the W or the whatever. But no, this was, and even though, yes, normally this kind of program, if it's for local people, it's recommended they take, the weekly class, whatever. But this was actually, I really feel like I learned much more in this sort of like
Intensive environment.
group environment, because we are able to bounce information and ideas and more knowledge off of one another, and hear different, for example, retired firefighter, another paramedic over there, LPN, OB, and
Yeah, different perspectives.
so different
on nursing.
perspectives and of nursing, right? And not just that, but how we can take what we've learned into our nursing careers. And I'm much more motivated about everything, especially in the last year or two. So this is the motivation. I want to get this done. I want to, pass this, study for the NCLEX, pass the NCLEX, and then move on to, maybe another program. Just keep moving. Bachelor's, and then nurse practitioner, and then just get out there and start.
You go. Good job, good
Cool.
job.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Last but not least, come on over here, step up.
When I came, I was overwhelmed when I got my study guide, study guide packet downloaded. It did everything. I started practicing, but I was just overwhelmed, by all the information and how am I going to remember this? How am I going to remember that? So when I
Did the grids
came,
help
and
you?
the
The
grid
mnemonics?
is great. Yeah, the mnemonics are great. And then when you use your mnemonic to do your maths, and everything. That was great, and it kind of that first day I was just so tired from being on the road,
Right.
and so that
I
second
think,
day, it all clicked that I could use this grid for this with my care plan, everything. So as long as I know that grid, I can.
Your critical elements.
My critical,
Mm.
yeah, and I could be successful, and I just feel I need maybe just, and I get not maybe, but when I get home, just get deep down in it, and
And you have resources.
Right, and I'll call you, I will be calling.
The resource. The resource.
I'm here, and I don't say it just to say it.
Right.
Sometimes I call my students up like,
But it was just not, you didn't know what to expect, and that was another thing, you gave us a window into what goes on at the CPN, at the clinical site and stuff.
Yeah, past experiences from past students.
Right. Because you
pitfalls
can
to
go on the
look for.
forum, but you don't, you hear a lot of their emotions with it too, you don't just get
the
what goes
realistic, and to
Yeah.
explain to you why it is that Excelsior want to make sure you're washing your hands correctly. Not that they want to fail you for hand
Right.
washing, but they want to make sure that they're producing top-notch nurses.
And I was the guinea pig to come. We have 4 other nurses at our facility. They're
That's
doing
another
Excelsior,
program.
They're kind of behind me. I think one has just finished and 2 others are finishing up
So
their
would you
classes.
recommend them to come and take a workshop?
Yeah, they wanted me to see how it was, so,
So they say,
And
That's
we
why,
have
that's
one
why you were so
yeah,
quiet too.
I'm
Trying to take it all
Take it all
in.
in,
yeah.
It's good. I'm glad you absorbed a lot.
I did.
I'm
It was
glad
really
you
great. It was
learned a lot.
intense and, everything.
I gave you homework every day.
Right.
And I apologize for the homework. But
Oh,
you needed it.
but that's what
You
we
needed
come
it.
for,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but we
We
can't
did.
do
We have to practice.
what we need if you don't do
Right.
what you have to do, because
Right.
I want it real bad for you, but you gotta want it more.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I enjoyed it.
congratulations,
Yeah,
everybody.
thank you.